Hello guys, welcome to another video. In today's tutorial, we're going to introduce the Gemini CLI. So Gemini CLI is very popular, just like Claude Code, but it's made by Google and it is very popular. So if you go to the GitHub repo, because it's actually an open source project, so you can see there are almost 100k stars. So people really like this project. To install it, it's very straightforward, and just do a npm install. So they have documented in the README. So it's very clear, and just follow the instructions to install to a specific environment. But in today's tutorial, I'm going to go through this project. So what the features that the Gemini CLI has, and also to show you how to actually work with Ollama. So this is very interesting because Claude Code can work with Ollama. So I think that Gemini should be also able to work with Ollama. So that's why I created this video to show you how to do that. So that being said, let's get started. So the demo we're using is just using the Ollama Gemma 431B, and also we're going to use the Kimi 2.5 for the demo. Mostly it's going to be the Kimi model, but I will also tell you probably also need a Gemma 4 model for some reason. So that being said, let's jump into the features. So the Gemini CLI also provide very similar features to Claude Code. So like agents, comments, extensions, and skills. Those are very important features of any CLI. So for the extensions, I know we talked about this in the PI agents. It's very shareable and popular. So basically you can create an extension and share it with the other people. So it's very modularized. It's very nice component. So we're going to talk about that later in this video, how to create an extension. And also we're going to talk about the agents, the comments, and also the skills. So first let's go through the agents. So the agents basically are sub-agents. You can see from the left navigation. So we created 2 agents from the Gemini folder. So for the Gemini folder, this is a global folder. So it works for all workspaces. So you can create agents here, or you can create a local Gemini folder and put the agents there. So that's only tied to the local workspace. But this is more of a global settings. So you can go to the agents, click the, for example, Tailwind Specialist. So you should be able to see the agent description. So basically it's a YAML file, so that you can just specify the name, description, and kind, and tools, so on and so forth, and create the rules for the agent. So that will define a sub-agent, similar to web developer. So once you are ready with the agents, you can just go to the Gemini CLI, then do a /agents, do a reload. This will reload all the agents that you updated. It's very convenient. You do not have to exit the CLI, just go the reload. So that's it. So you can actually see everything has been reloaded. So this will reload the updates for any agent. So you can see the agent has been uploaded. So if you add one more agent, it will also be uploaded. So then you can actually list agents. Just do the /agents and do the list. So you can see these are all the agents that are available. So some of them are default agents, like the code-based investigator, there are CLI help, generalist, and the 2 other, Tailwind and also web dev, those are the customized agents that we define in the agents folder. So that's for the agents. So also, if you want to load the sub-agent, just go to the terminal and use the @ so you can see that the agents are loaded. So you can just pick an agent you defined, either default or the one that you added. So for example, we added a customized agent. You can do a add and Tailwind Specialist and type your prompt. So that's it. And if you want to check out the sessions, so the session is a little bit different than the Claude Code or other like Hermes agent. So just do /chat. So this will give you all the chat sessions. It's very nice. So you can just pick one and hit enter. You should be able to see the conversation for that session. The second is for the skills. So these are very familiar probably for everybody. So if you go to the skills folder, you can create a skill. For example, you create an API tester skill. So you can just define the name, description, version, and also for the rules or the skills of this skill. So that's it. So that's the skills. Once you're ready, then all you have to do is just go to the CLI/skills reload. Again, it's a skills reload. So it's very convenient. Once you updated the skills agents comment, you can just do a reload. You don't have to exit the CLI. So once you did a reload, so it always a plural form. So basically skills. Skills reload. So you can see that skills reloaded. So the third one is the command. So the command, you can define the command inside this command folder. You can structure it like a subfolder. So you can actually define it just under the command, or you can define something like test and git. After the git, you can also specify a sub command, so like commit or anything else. Then after that, you still do a command reload. So you should be able to see all the commands. So you can see the command list, and then you should be able to first command reload to reload custom commands definitions. So do a command and reload. Okay. And then when you actually want to use it, just do a slash and type in the test. For example, as the root folder, you can see the command is a root folder is test. So you can see after test, you can see there's refactor, plan, component, and git commit. So that's basically following the path of the command. So it's very convenient. When you want to test command, you can just do a test column, for example, plan. And for example, we want to create a landing page for a local tree service company, right? And then we hit enter. Great. So basically, this is how you actually test the command. For example, we build a field test command, so you can just run similar to this one. So that's for the command. And the last thing I want to talk about is the extensions. So extensions we talked about in the PI agent. Also, this is very similar to the Cloud Code plugins. So you can actually encapsulate all the different things like MCP, like the commands, and so on and so forth inside a extension. For example, we did a My First extension, and there are two places you can find it. So the first one is basically the extension to allow the Gemini CLI to find the extension that you have defined. For example, this is My First extension. This Gemini extension install, this tells you where that extension is. And if you look for that source of extension, you can see the extension is installed in the Gemini CLI folder. And you can see we define a few things in the extension. We define agents, command, MCP. So you can actually define the tools inside the extension, which is very convenient. And also you can define skills and themes, so on and so forth. And also you can define a Gemini MD. This is like a Cloud MD. So you can actually use the capacity skills inside the Gemini. So it's very good for engineering. So for demo purpose, we added the MCP and also we added a command. So once you are able to add all the things extension, you just have to link the extension. So for example, once you be able to add all the extensions, all you have to do is to Gemini extensions link to the current folder. So for example, we define the extensions inside this project Gemini CLI, My First extension. You can go to that folder and just run the Gemini extensions link, because in this folder we have a Gemini extensions JSON schema. So in this JSON schema, we'll have to define the MCP servers, the tools, and also we can define the provides command. So this will link to the commands that we define in here. So once this is linked to the Gemini CLI, you can go to slash and you can go to the extensions. So you should be able to see that extension. You can do a reload or restart the CLI. So that's you'll be able to see all the extensions or make the extensions working. and extensions. So yes, so if you go there, and you can see that the installed extensions is my first extension. So this version is 0.1.0. So you can see this very clearly, it is active. So this is how we actually define and install a Gemini CLI extension. So because we have that command defining here, so you see the command and deploy. So if you go to /deploy, the command is also available. You can see it also described the extension it is within. So that my first extension deploy the current project to a production. So if you go to the deploy, basically that's the description. So this is the description of that command. So it's very convenient. So you can just using the command to test the commands that you defined. So super convenient. So for example, if you want to talk to the Gemini CLI and just to test it, to test if this is actually working with Ollama, so I just very simple, I can say hi. Right, so the response is pretty fast. You can see also let's say what are the skills and tools you have. So you can see this is very nice. So the UI is very nice, and you can see that described everything for the skills and tools. It's very clear and structured very well. So to actually make this work with Ollama, this is something we're going to talk in the rest of the video. So to use the Gemini CLI to work with Ollama, there are a few things you have to do. So the first thing, of course, is to install the CLI. Right? Install the CLI, and then also install the Light LLM, because we want to bind or add a proxy for the Gemini CLI. So Gemini CLI can connect to a local or remote Ollama or a different provider. You can connect to any provider, but you need to use the Light LLM to proxy the request. So the second is to install the Light LLM proxy. Then you can define the model list for Light LLM. So we define it in the project, the Gemini CLI folder, and you can define it, put it anywhere you want. So basically you specify the model list. For example, you can specify the OpenAI models, Claude models, and also the Ollama models. For example, we can define multiple Ollama models for the Kimi 2.5, for the Gemma 4 31B. This is needed for Gemini 2.5 because somehow you have to use this model to basically avoid some of the issues. So you just define it, and you have to put in the API key. So just go to Ollama.com. If you use Ollama.com cloud, then you can get a key from there and paste it here. If you use local Ollama, then you just can put the API key as Ollama. So you can define multiple Ollama models. We're going to use the Kimi 2.5, which you just saw, and also the Gemma 4. We need to define these two models. So after that, just go to Light LLM, do a configuration, use this configuration defined, give it a port to a 4000. So after you set up the Gemini CLI and for the Light LLM, then you have to let the Gemini CLI to point to the local LLM, right? So the first thing you have to do is specify this Google Gemini base URL to the local Light LLM, which you just spin up. Then you also need to pass in the Gemini API key. You can pass in any key you want. So this is fine, or you can put anything. So then you can load the Gemini CLI with the Gemini model, local Ollama, which is what we did. So you can see here we load a local Ollama, and also you can load any other models you define in the Light LLM section we just talked about. Then you can start testing. You either can test directly with the Gemini -p, basically the prompt, and then also the model you want to use. You can also just do the Gemini model, load the model, then you can have this in your terminal like you saw. So that should be it. So this is how you set up the Gemini with Ollama. And if you want to set up MCP, you do need the MCP server. For example, we define that in the extensions. So you can spin up the MCP. So for example, we define a MCP as a JS file. You can start MCP with the node.example.js. After that, you just have to let the Gemini CLI to read it. So for example, MCP, you can just do MCP list. You can see that the MCP is connected to the Gemini CLI. So this is very nice. Then you can start using the MCP, because we actually did the MCP in extension. So you can basically define it and then also share it. And it's very convenient. So that should be it. Hopefully this is helpful. And if you do like this video, please subscribe, like, or comment if you have any questions. Thank you so much for supporting the channel, and see you in the next one.